Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing this June the 17th, 2025 daily XRP gold and silver bullion XRP and cryptocurrency update. And you can see from yesterday, the coins, the XRP is still sitting. It bounced off just above the 200-day moving average, sitting here. Or actually, it hit the 200-day moving average. You can see the 200-day moving average is at 207. It hit it beautifully after we hit the neckline support again for the first time, got rejected exactly by the 50 and the 100-day moving average, back down to the neckline support. It got a brief bounce off of like we thought we would, and now it's just below the moving averages again. And this weekend we said you got to get above these moving averages if you're trying to pump back up towards this major upper resistance at 255, because if you get rejected and you can't get back above this and start to pump back to the upside, you're going to slip this neckline and you're going to start to confirm it as major underneath resistance or overhead resistance, and that's going to be extremely bearish. As you can see, the track is in the background, our probability based track that we use that helps us in our basket of indicators to come up with long-term, short-term price targets, along with investing in information with integrity and truth, with the information that you need in crypto and gold investing and being well-rounded with 401k investing, cash, gold bullion, silver bullion, mining stocks, crypto, real estate, right? You got to be well-rounded, and that's the way we're working our way towards becoming a millionaire with our net worth between those four investments, and we're about 46% of the way there after a decade and a half of hard work, right? But you can see where we've been sitting on hard work support, neckline, 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 support, neckline, and neckline. So you can see, and it even goes back into last November, to where if you flip this as major resistance, that's an extreme bearish move, a big market shift, and that's a major flip in the pattern. And that would bring in, you would immediately come down if you confirm this as resistance. You would come back down immediately to that swing wick low of $1.61 right there, the wick low was, right? But on the contrary, if you can get some buyers and some more momentum, you could have a very quick pump back to this 255 level. So that's what we're going to continue to watch. I still believe we have to hit these lower targets before, in the long term, we go out to our next leg of this bull market, where we have a mean price target up here sitting around $4.69 to about $7.77, right? That's our mean target going through 2026 into 2027, next leg and the end game of this current bull market that we're in, right? And then if we look at, the XLM price, you can see the XLM price is the same thing. We're extremely bullish long term, but in the short term, we've been short to medium term bearish, because we knew there would be some kind of a price consolidation and correction after that 63-cent top, simply by looking and knowing and understanding the way the crypto market structure works. You can see after we had the COVID pump, the long bear market, and then after we had our first pump, it doesn't show it, but we had our long bear market there, then the COVID pump, then the long bear market, then the Donald Trump rally. So why wouldn't we have another bear market or a consolidation to the downside, a profit taking to the downside, and a reset of the price to the downside before the next leg of the bull market starts? And that's what we've been indicating and thinking was going to happen. And we've been on top of this beautifully for you this whole entire time. Right after the 63-cent top, right in here, we got short to medium term bearish. We laid out why we thought we were coming down to the 200-day in the daily, and we'll get back into the daily time frame now, right here. We laid out why we thought we were coming back down to the 200-day in the daily, right? Let's get rid of that. We laid that out for you, excuse me. And then we laid out the daily, the 200-day, right there. Then we laid out why we thought we were coming to 25 cents, followed by 18 cents, and potentially our bear market low, or sell-off profit-taking low of 14.5 cents. And this 18 cents to the 14 cents is our mass golden new accumulation zone, if we do indeed get down there, an area that we were talking about for the last 4 or 5 months, since we were way back here at 65 cents, when nobody thought we could have a consolidation even to where we already came down to, let alone 14 cents. So that's the area that we're looking at, and we're going to continue to follow. And the area that you're on now, this 25 cents, is your major area of resistance, an area that you need to hold to try to bounce up to this 43 cents and get back above this regional move of 34 cents. This is an area that you got to hold as support because you've been holding it as support ever since February. So February, March, April, May, and now into June, you've been fighting for dear life to hold this 25.5 cents as support. If you slip it as resistance, you'll have a quick capitulation down to this 18 cents, which is a pretty big move from where you're at now. That's almost a 50%. That's about a 35% move. So we're going to continue to watch that with the XLM price. The Bitcoin price is the same thing. You can see Bitcoin dominance has started to trade back up. You can see the altcoins had a little bit of a rally to the upside right here from about May the 7th to here, but now we started to tick back up. And the upside of the dominance, so the altcoins were selling off for a few days. The same thing with the Bitcoin price. We've broken out of this most recent rising wedge that we're in. We're sitting just above and hitting on support the 50-day moving average. You see that wick support just like we thought we would right here. Now what we're watching out for this weekend is, do we try to pump up into this $110,000 level, or are we going to start continuing to come down to the downside into the sell-off, and we're going to eventually come down closer to this 97,000 and change, the first major support level, right on the 100-day moving average right now, and then eventually come down to the 91,000. And I still think if this breakdown continues, we're going to get back this whole gang back to the $74,000 level, and we'll get more into that this evening. I'm approaching my weekend side job, so I got about 8 hours of work to do today. Got to try to knock $300 to $400 of profit, and then we'll give you an update later on this evening. Like the channel, subscribe, become members of Jabroni Killers to help these daily cryptocurrency videos come once a day. Peace and love. The Rex Eyebrow. J.E. 76 degrees.